Hi there everyone and welcome back to the Message Marketing Pod. I'm your host Christopher Melotti and this is a special episode where I did quite an impromptu conversation, if you will, with a group of marketers at the Club of United Business in Sydney. Now this is the most unscripted, free-talking marketing episode I have ever done, and so there's a few naughty words in there from the other guests, which is fine. So just an explicit warning. So I have a chat with Roderich from Upscalix, as well as Adam from Poseidon and Bernard Kassab from Lucidity, and together we start discussing AI and technology, and then we get into the crux of marketing as a function and as an industry. This is a great episode, lots of banter, lots of exciting topics. So I hope you enjoy this as much as I enjoyed being part of it. Enjoy. Hi everyone and welcome to this marketing shit show. We're going to discuss the actual truths behind marketing, and it's unscripted, unprompted. Let's just chat.
And apparently we pick up randoms.
Randomness
from the streets.
So I start intro. So my name is Chris from Melotti Media. We are a message marketing and copywriting agency. Oof. Anyone else? Throw in.
Adam, I'm from Poseidon. We're specializing in. It feels like I'm on fucking proper camera. We're a marketing agency. I feel like I'm on TV. No, we're a marketing agency that specializes in data and building websites that deliver.
Sure.
Sorry about him. He doesn't get invited to podcasts very often. It's a whole thing. We'll tell you about it in the show one time. My name is Bernard Kassab from Lucidity. We're an end-to-end marketing agency, everything from brand development through to inbound and outbound. Our key focus is CRM implementation and brand strategy.
My name is Roderich from a company called Upscalix. We're focused on digital solutions, which is building custom mobile app and software and websites for you guys. Coming all the way here from Melbourne today.
So this is our inaugural one. What are we talking about? Let's say, what do you reckon? The developments in marketing.
That's a broad.
But I think that's where you got to start.
We can start on a very good one.
Which is
AI.
Okay.
Let's do it. That this morning, actually, funnily enough, I actually thought about that's probably a topic we should.
But actually, before we go hone into AI, what about we talk about the developments of how it's going so fast? Because if us as marketers are going, oh my gosh, this is changing so fast, how are businesses supposed to keep up?
I think a really big challenge as well with that is what's the difference between progress and copyright? You know what I mean? How do we protect IP? Actually. How do we create creativity? How do we protect creativity without bastardizing the product? Because it's not AI's fault. AI is doing something incredible. It's really evolving the market. Yeah. But then how, there is a lot of conversation, and it's kind of, I always think of it like every generation has this same conversation, like this new technology is going to ruin everything, right?
Yeah. Good one, actually.
Is there an issue with creativity and AI? Is there
this is like you said, Bernard, I think every generation faces this, right? We always say, oh my God, when computers first came out, people were like, oh my God, what's going to happen to all those jobs with writing and Excel and on paper? Yeah. And then it amalgamated. And I think it's the same thing we always do, adaptation, right? Adoption, adaptation.
Yeah. Look, I think the hardest part about the whole thing is just the standard education piece. We're not even 100% with clients yet understanding, especially, we all know what the fuck we do.
But that's the thing, right?
And now we're stepping up to this stage where it's like, okay, here's a new thing you have no idea about, but it's going to help. You know what I mean?
And is it going to help? Well, who knows?
Yeah. Exactly.
I was at a pitch recently and the client actually said that. They said, okay, you put a 10-year strategy together, and they said, in 3 years, is AI going to change the world? And I said, listen, probably not in the next 3 years, but maybe the next 5 to 7. Yeah. And I said to him, I don't actually know what that looks like.
Because the moment Terminator comes back, then you're like, you know what? We screwed up, guys.
Don't you reckon if this all happened so fast, it feels like the Terminator chip was found? Don't you reckon? It was like normal, and then it was like, the end of Terminator 1, where they found the chip and then escalates.
It is a bit crazy. It is a bit crazy because it went from we've got ChatGPT, it makes text, and then now
you can make
paintings and
everything, like the AI, the websites, exactly.
When were all these people working on it? Were they individual? Did they know each other?
I read somewhere that the technology behind it changed. Because what was happening was all those individual AI technologies were all being done with its own language. Yeah. And then what happened is, I think it was a couple of years ago, they united that language into one. Yeah, so all those people were working on one stream. And I agree. So, but back to marketing is what should people be, even marketers listening, what should we be doing in this space? For me, we're adapting. because we're finding that it is excellent for research, like phenomenal. We found that we are now offering AI services, not to write stuff, but what we're doing
Train
is
people to use it.
making prompts even.
Yeah.
What we will do is we'll build a brand core messaging document and then we put that into ChatGPT and that helps people get more of a gauge.
Yeah, that's a really.
And that's
good
we're selling that.
Yeah, because then the foundation is always correct. It's always anchored in the same kind of messaging.
And that's what I say. So they go right on social media posts.
Yeah, but uses this language, this tonality, etc.
Yeah.
I think
brilliant.
I think we just got to always be clever, and you can't not. You
No, you can't fight it.
You can't
Just
fight
can't
it. You
fight
can't.
it. Don't fight it.
Yes, I am moving
can't.
to the Amazon.
It's like ignoring .com when it comes out. You can't. You know what I mean?
But that's it, and that's the thing, right? I mean, you're in the tech space more than ever.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think about all this movement?
Well, we as a whole team, we actually integrate that like in our day to day, like in coding, in digital,
In
and everything
coding?
like that.
Yeah.
Even in coding as well. We use what we call GitHub Copilot. So it becomes like your assistance. Like when you want to write something, you don't have to write it like manually.
So do you say like, I want a grey box here, I want this to be a
Exactly,
form,
yeah.
and it's like,
Well, funnily enough, something that affects all of us, and this is a
you're
really,
being
really
cheeky.
big
I
one.
can see your face. It's being cheeky.
No, I'm not.
Go
on. Elemental AI. It's like that.
Oh,
Yeah,
I saw it.
I saw that
morning.
coming. Yeah.
We use them.
And
Fucking unbelievable.
because I saw it come
Game
up this
changing.
morning.
And I don't know if it's a positive or a negative because it can really push back our industry. People think that
Exactly,
it's easy to use,
Yeah.
which we know. Everyone goes, I can do Google Ads. 1 week, they come back to you. I can do copywriting. 1 week, they come back to you.
Yeah.
But you can literally, what you're saying, Rod, like they can write the code, I want this, and it builds it out for you. They've got it built in for copywriting.
I know. I saw it when I went to
That's
edit
what
my
I saw
website
when
this
I
morning.
looked at the
It
landing
came up.
page. It was the copy part.
Yeah.
And so this is the thing though, is back to what Bernard was saying, is what, like if you're a plastic surgeon and you say, I'm a plastic surgeon, write me a plastic surgeon front page, won't they be getting the same stuff? Like there's no uniqueness about that.
So
right?
there's two sides to this, which is number one, the output is only ever as good as the input, right?
Exactly.
So
Double
if you're a doctor and you go and you write something, it's going to come out with the perfect doctor speak for this that your customers will have no idea what you're talking
And
about.
5 other doctors down the street will have the same text.
That has same
Yeah.
text, because they probably inputted the same parameters for it to pump out. Like it's only as good as what you put in, which is why that messaging document's great because then what you put in is at least good enough
Yeah.
to give you something that's unique to you.
Yeah.
And the other thing to take, and then the other question is, which we haven't really answered yet, is where does creativity fit into what AI is producing? There was a guy, I think it was in the UK, who won a portrait competition.
The photographer.
And then at the end, when he received the award, he actually admitted, he said, I generated this whole thing
And
using
refused to
AI,
take
and
it.
then handed the award back. What's okay, what's not okay? Because I had this conversation once before, and
It's
I
a
was
really
like,
good chat.
you know, well, AI, you just put a bunch of inputs into it, a bunch of images, and then you say, I want this image in this style, and then it replicates the style, and then brings out this new image, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, well, how is that any different if I got 12 painters, I sat them in front of the same landscape and said, hey, how will you paint this landscape? Now, each one of those paintings is copyrighted to that artist. Well, if AI, like whether or not the photo was taken by you, or it was given to, or you took somebody else's photo, it's still a replica. Like it's not the original, right?
It's tricky,
Exactly.
isn't it? It's see, this is where, look, this is my theory. Just wait for it, okay? Is I speak to a lot of lawyers, and they are worried because they said AI is going to replace us. I've already spoken to one of the major
They
firms.
deserve it, those assholes.
I mean, no, I did not endorse that. I work with a lot of lawyers. I love lawyers.
That wasn't us. That was purely
But what I've seen is a few of them are starting to hire not solicitors; they're hiring prompters.
Yeah.
And because wills and estates, they're actually hiring prompters, and they're saying, write me a wills and estates, like write me a will under the New South Wales government with these inputs.
Yeah.
And it's writing it up for them. And so I am seeing the lawyers starting to get a reality check going, oh my gosh, this could affect us. And then I think what will happen is the copyright issue will come to the table because they will go, our defense is that it's stealing other people's material.
Yes.
And they will, it's my theory. It's
So
just a
this
theory.
has come up before, in particular on a website that we actually built. We provided the terms of use by the client. Then a lawyer reached out to us and said, that's my terms of use. I produced those. You have to now remove them from the website. And we're like, well, it's not our responsibility. Go contact the client because we didn't provide
It's
the
not your
terms
thing,
of
yeah.
use.
So they
but
stole it from someone.
we don't know. We don't know where it originated from, and that's the real big challenge, right? Even
That's
with AI,
OpenAI says
it's
that.
very hard to figure out where this originated. You know?
Exactly, because you don't know where the data come from.
Where the data came from.
And if you read OpenAI's terms and conditions, they're like your problem.
Yeah.
They're literally like if you
Yeah.
get pinged, it's your issue. And I think this will be, and I think Google Bard, I think they're gonna reference, like it's gonna say I pulled this, and and that's because they want to replicate the Google model, which is search results, up they come, here's where I got it from.
Yeah.
Whereas OpenAI is
Also great for your assessments at uni. You know, oh, here's where I got all these sources from.
Indexing.
Exactly.
What are you?
This is gonna end up like Cliff Notes. Eventually, you'll just be banned. They'll be like, no more AI.
But education systems are like, what do we do with this?
Well, yeah, it's
Because
fucking
you
awesome.
can't. How do you proof check it?
You
Because
can't.
We implement prompts that say make it sound human.
Yeah. Make it
Yeah.
sound unique.
All the
Yeah.
standard
Dude.
stuff, and then pop.
Dude, I did the coolest one the other day. I was like, make it a little bit more relaxed, a bit more street language. And then it was like, branding and marketing are like the Batman and Robin of business. And I was like,
You could create it yourself.
that's cool.
Yeah.
So I think you can't ignore it. It's definitely there.
No, you can't.
And I think you've got to look at short term. What do we do? Prompters is definitely huge. And I definitely agree in your industry as well, being copywriting.
Yeah.
It's going to be massive
Mm.
because it's a whole new job role and it's needed.
Yeah.
Whether we like it or not, right?
And
Now, on
I'm
top of that-
lucky, and sorry, on top of that is I'm lucky that I've spent so many years editing that I'm really good at the editing parts.
You're
And so
basically
that's what I'm saying is like I've put a new website page on my website that says if you use AI to write it, I can edit it,
Yeah.
and that's been quite popular.
and that's
Sorry.
great. No, but I agree with you. I think the
Second.
biggest problem with AI is the thing that holds us back and strains us is being human. Because
Yeah.
you literally type things, but then I think, hang on, I can type a step further and further and further. I wrote a business plan on it. I was just testing it. Like, I want to do this, and this.
Wow.
The whole thing told me what my goal should be, everything.
And this is the thing is so where is marketing heading with this? Like where?
That's why it's scary.
Well, because I read somewhere job apocalypse in a few years because 87% of jobs are now in risk. And I know we adapt.
I'm starting a cleaning company.
That's
Because I can guarantee people still be throwing out stuff.
And a few
AI
people.
can't do that. AI ain't gonna be cleaning your rubbish.
But where is
Oh,
marketing?
they have robots.
And the Australian
Oh, good
economy,
enough.
the majority of the Australian economy is small business, professional
Yeah.
service.
Exactly,
Both under
yeah,
risk.
Yeah.
Right. Well, look, if the fact that Elon Musk and a group of them had to go to the White House, didn't they? And they said we have to discuss where this is heading
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it's a big thing. It's going to affect the world. So I think
Exactly, yeah.
it's very unclear, even from a business perspective.
Where
But for
we're going.
marketing, we have to adapt 50% and then try to see where it fits. But long term, I think personally, I'm adjusting my business to where it's going to take more personal touch alongside
great
AI.
strategy and all that.
I think it's more like the job that we have today is gonna be shifted a little
correct.
bit,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
not so much.
Yeah.
Because like it's gonna be shifted into the creative side
Yeah.
of the work itself because
Yeah.
the AI can't generate that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So-
So it's that leading human
Yeah.
AI trail.
And let's be honest, what do our clients say? They always say, you send them a quote, they pick what they want, I'll do this myself. 2 months later, they go, can you do it first?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So people
And
are going to
actually-
attempt it. They're going to attempt it.
This is actually one of the first conversations I had with Chris because he was like, "Oh, what do you think about ChatGPT?
Yeah.
What do you think?" I said, "Chris, man, like, you know what it's really good at? It's really good at taking those clients who don't want to pay for your service
Away from you.
away from you. You know,
Yeah,
now
that's
you
very
never
true.
has to hassle. Like when Canva came out, everyone's like, "Bro, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?" I said, "This is great." Now they stop calling me for stupid like social media tile. Like they want to pay $2 to get it done. Like go do it
Yeah.
yourself. And then what they realize is they can't do it. They can't do it. It's too fucking hard. Like it's not easy. It's not like I woke up yesterday and I was just like, "Boopity, boopity, boop. Here is your brochure, sir. You're welcome."
Yeah.
You know, like it takes lots
It's
and
a
lots of
profession.
experience.
Yeah.
It takes
Yeah.
a lot of time. You know.
I think that's another important thing about us, that we're a profession. People think it's a fugazi. We can just do all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
It's so true.
Fugazi, huh?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it felt like that. Didn't it? You had to have done that.
Sorry, guys. Fugazi. But it's a lot. People think that what we do is so easy and anyone can do it. But it's the same story. They get to them, they're like, no.
Well, and you know what? The
Just
real
write your own
test-
contracts one day and see how well they stand up.
Well, that's
if you think
exactly-
you can do it.
And the real test recently was 2 of my clients recently, I wrote all of their content for. They are heavy ChatGPT 4 users. So like heavy users, and they still came to me and I asked them and they said, because we don't know how to arrange it and put it together and make it sound like us. And they said, we use prompts and all that sort of stuff, but they're like, in the end, we need you to just listen to us, pull out the key messages and write it in a way that actually sounds compelling and customer related. And that's what they were saying, is that they're like, we can't tell ChatGPT to say, our customer is this type of person. I mean, I know people will be thinking going, yes, you can, but what I mean is it's hard for them being insulated in their business for them to go, this is our customer. Because what they did is they came to me and they said, our website is perfect. And I looked at it and I was like, no one's going to understand this website. Yeah. Like your customer doesn't understand all this technical mumbo jumbo. Yeah. And they were like, oh, we don't even know our customer then.
Well, and that's exactly it, right? They wrote it from their perspective, what they know,
and
right?
That's the prompts.
And that's the worst part of it. It's like, yes, of course you can do it. Anyone can do anything. Like if you, even before ChatGPT, you could have written your own text. Yeah. And it would have been rubbish. And now you think just because you got ChatGPT, it's not going to be the same rubbish. It's the same person inputting the inputs. Yeah. Like it's going to be the same output, you know? Like it's just a quicker output of the same stuff.
And you feel like you did it. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
And you're like, done.
Yeah, done.
So this is going to be beautiful.
So that gives me security. That gives me the understanding where our industry is going because, and you said it perfectly, right? It's just going to shift out a bit and we're just going to have to adjust.
Here's the challenge though. Here's the challenge is that does it then impact the value of our industry? And the value of all industries, right? Even the lawyers, if they're able to ChatGPT a contract, why would I pay you $1,000 for that contract?
The thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking is, will people go, I'm not paying that because some computer did it. And that's why I'm very careful.
Or some computer could have done it.
Yeah.
You know?
Actually.
It's the assumption. It's not even the actual. Yeah.
I mean, what do you think? Like, if you're getting ChatGPT to do some of the coding, do you feel that people would go, well, you're getting automation to do that?
No, I think it's like what Bernard said before, right? Like it's good because it's filtered out all of those people that they said, I could do it myself and all that. Yeah, so I think it's good in a way to filter out all the smaller clients and
I think the smaller clients you just got to ignore. If they if they still come past the ChatGPT barrier, you've got to push them away and just really align our brands, right?
We do have clients that come across before where they said that, can you just replicate one of your projects and then do it for my project? I was like, that's not how it works.
Yeah,
it's their IP, it's not your IP.
No problem, man. No problem. Who would you like me to copy from?
Yeah. Where do I send the law?
Here's a library.
Well, I think, our industry's already bastardized, right? Everyone doesn't trust us as is. So it's just another ting on the armor. Right?
You know what? Like, just to throw a little bit in there. It was interesting. So we're running a mastermind right now, and we have 12 different people. All different businesses. Actually, you might be part of it too. You just don't know yet.
Yeah, right. I just found out. Yeah, go on.
So because he doesn't read his emails. You know when you email Chris and you get the auto response, oh, I'm super busy. I can't respond to you for 48 hours. Oh, jeez, wow.
We're throwing shade in a podcast.
Go on, Bernard. That's what makes it fun. Don't worry, I'll send you an email. You'll tell me in 2 days how you feel about it. Jeez.
Go on.
No, I can't remember what I was saying.
You threw a spanner in the works because you said that in a mastermind.
In the mastermind, yeah. So it's really funny because we have 12 different people, all different industries, all of us sitting in the room. And it got to a moment where people are saying, oh, you know what people think about this industry or you think about this. And I say, anyone in this room, put your hand up if you think that your industry doesn't get bad mouth, right? And nobody put their hand up. I'm like, because everybody's industry gets the same shade. I was going to say shit, but I said it anyway. Everyone's industry gets the same shit thrown on them. Try and think of one. Lawyers, accountants,
real estate.
Yeah, real estate. Think of one that doesn't get shade thrown on it, right? Cleaners. Yeah, they do. This cleaner's so shit. I can't believe I... Try and think of one industry out there. There isn't. Everybody has some. Well, it's a mindset shift. Stop thinking about marketing as the industry that everybody hates because everybody hates every industry.
Yeah, that's
exactly.
I don't think people hate us, do they?
No, just not you, Chris. Just not you.
Like the brave bunch over here. But like, yeah, I mean, but
Marsha.
But it is it's going to be a game changer, and I think.
Look, this is the thing I was going to add on to the end. I think our industry, as opposed to a lot of other industries, I don't think we band together enough.
I agree.
Yeah.
Like we sit in this room right now running 4 different businesses, where there's like in our industry, I think the mega agencies make up 3 or 4%, something like that. 3 or 4% of the entire industry is made up of the mega guy. Everyone else is.
We partner together.
I know, but imagine one less resource. Like you have your own bookkeeper, I have my own bookkeeper, you have your own bookkeeper, we all have our own accountants, we all have our own. Imagine just us two went out and did the selling, and these two just managed the delivery. Imagine how much more power we would have if we started to collaborate more. And when you're competing against something where people go, well, I could do it myself, versus the creativity power of a group of
Humans.
people, like that becomes a much more powerful conversation.
Deep.
No, I agree with you. I think another important aspect as well is the delivery. Because, industry, forget marketing, forget what we do. It's the bullshit that happens between. The communication with the client and everything.
Exactly.
And I think,
all the dramas and everything.
And there's always something, and no one understands, but it's keeping the client happy. I feel like in our industry, 70% of people we know don't do that.
Really?
100%. And that's where the other 30% kill it. Because at the end of the day, if I do Google Ads, it's only a certain limitation I can deliver on. Besides creativity.
Right. See, I take it for granted because I just think that my service level is normal.
No. You wouldn't be this busy if your service level.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And you're very good at what you do. And
That was a
respect everyone
reality
here.
check.
We are.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people that just, you hear stories all the time.
All the time.
They don't reply, or you didn't do this, I'm not doing that, or I'm not doing anything until I get paid, or just the sad sob stories that people aren't delivering. And I think marketing gets a lot of that mixed within it.
And then it's easy to replace with AI. Because they go, I'm frustrated because I went to an agency, it didn't help.
Yeah.
And then AI replaces it. And I'm hoping that then that's when they'll go, I hate this.
Yeah.
Come to Chris, come to
Exactly.
and then
They need to
just
feel
get
the
it
pain
done.
for themselves, because right now the pain they feel is when they give it to somebody else. It takes forever. I don't hear from them.
Yeah.
But the real truth is, and what we've come to realize is that most businesses struggle with this even when they hire somebody in-house. You hire somebody in-house, you say, I need you to write me an email. The only difference is they can still see that person writing the email.
And it keeps them happy.
Yeah.
That's the measure of time difference, right? But you're telling me, between all our agencies, you're telling me any business out there has hired a team like us inside the business and has gotten better delivery than what we can do? It's impossible.
That's why it's impossible. That's why
I saw a post today. I'm looking for
LinkedIn.
somebody on LinkedIn. I'm looking for somebody to hire in my business, and I need them to do, and then, social media posts and content, email marketing, PR and event management. And I'm like, is this one human being? Is this one person? I was like, this is impossible. So
this is what we exist.
The guy who referred, who showed me it, he messaged the guy, and then the guy responded. He said, no, I'm just looking for one person. We thought he was looking for an agency, because I'm like, who is this person?
Yeah, because we're getting
I will hire them tomorrow.
Yeah.
Damn, I'll fire my whole team if I can get one guy to do all that.
Can I you're gonna hate it, but that's exactly what I did when I was in my corporate role.
You did all of it.
No, so when I went into it, before I started my own business, I was in a corporate role in Sydney, and I came in and my role became just everything. And because I was so motivated, that's why I started my business, because I was like, I'm sick of giving them everything. But that's what I was doing.
Yeah.
I was doing 17 things. When I left, 4 people had to replace me.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that an ego thing, but I'm like, that's what allowed me to be successful in my business.
Exactly.
And you back to AI is that I think that ambition and that and passion that we all have is what separates us. And I think that people that are thinking, AI is a big threat, maybe they don't have that.
Yeah.
So I think it's a mixture of stuff. It's an education piece, because no one understands.
And legal conversation. Yeah.
Then it's mixing that, the industry. And I agree with you, saying that. You can make a very good point. It's a mindset thing. That everyone's industry is shit.
Yeah.
Because I know I do it 10 times a day. My counter calls me and go, what do you want now?
Yeah.
It's so annoying.
Finance, numbers,
exactly.
tax.
Right? So I can imagine the same thing. But keeping a consistent level, the part I really struggle with is the education piece. Not during the process when you sign a client, because you're building that rapport and relationship. It's the beginning.
Yeah.
Because the client goes, I want a website for XXX. I want this. Okay, but you need to build it for longevity. Who's managing it? What do you mean managing? I don't understand what a website is.
Yeah.
We just took over a big project, a massive company, won't say who it is, and they never been touched on the website. So for 2 years, this website has not been updated. I don't want to, if I update, it's going to crash. So therefore, it's a big process to step back. So this scenarios like this that no one knows about, because it's still in the Fugazi land, right? No one understands what it is. They don't understand about the bigger process. So there's so much stuff that goes within digital marketing, especially in what we do, that no one knows about. So getting that across the line to people that have their own jobs, because where they're speaking to the GM, the marketing manager, or the owner, who, don't forget, job is to keep the business running, or their respective jobs. So aligning all of that combined is probably the biggest part.
It's very challenging. We came to the same realization actually just yesterday. We were like, why is it that our clients down the road, after they've engaged us and everything, stop taking our advice? And then we realized, we're not maybe we're not advising them enough in the beginning for them to feel like, oh, all the way through, these guys are our advisors.
Yeah.
But the challenge in the beginning is sometimes they don't want to listen.
Yeah,
They don't care.
And
They're
actually,
ignoring what we were telling them.
yes,
Yeah.
and the consistency falls out. I actually also get sometimes they get bored of their own marketing.
Yeah.
And I keep saying to them, like, you're getting bored because we're saying the same things that's around your brand for consistency. But we are saying it in a different way and we're doing different things. But you see your brand every single day, whereas your customers don't. And if you give them, just because you're bored, if we do 17 different things, they're going to be like, who is this brand? Who is this business? We don't get it. Like, they change every week. And I find that's where people drop off. It's like a few months in, they go, I can't talk about waterproofing anymore.
Yeah, I can't do it.
And you're like, but waterproofing is what you do.
What are you going to talk about?
That's true. And they even get I think they get channel fatigue.
Yes.
Like,
actually,
do we have to market on another channel? Oh, do we have to start doing this now? Do we
I
have
like
to?
that.
I just made it up.
Need to be copyright. There it is. Like that channel fatigue.
But they do. They get channel fatigue, and then all of a sudden you're like, look, man, these channels we're working on, they're not really getting the reaction that we want, the engagement we want. We're going to try this new channel. Oh, do we another thing? And then they just get over the whole thing, and I'm like, mate, you think we're sitting here just like going, guess we'll just keep running the ads then, right?
But they do though.
But then you get the opposing.
Some do, but you want a company that comes to you constantly adapting and making change and seeing how the market's responding and responding to it.
Yeah, and just being proactive. But even you get the opposite. Where they come to you and they're like, no, we only want to do Facebook.
Oh yeah, and you're like,
why?
Who the hell? Well, I talked to this guy at the barbershop.
Why are you telling us what to do?
I talked to this guy at the barbershop and he said Facebook ads are the best. And you're like,
See, but this is the problem, you see, for non-marketing listeners, this is where it comes down to is take the advice that we don't, like you said, Bernard, we don't sit around going, let's hope for the best. We're constantly monitoring, testing, checking.
Here's the real truth. Here's the real truth.
Ooh.
You'd never know that anyone is good until you work with them.
Yeah.
You never know if anyone is good. So if you say just trust the advice that you're getting from a marketing agent, some marketing agent is going to give you shit advice. Someone giving you shit advice. But it's no different than you hiring somebody that you thought was going to be amazing and they ended up being shit.
And that's it.
So don't give up on everyone.
Yeah.
Do you give up on accountants because you hired one accountant who was shit?
Yeah.
Well,
No.
don't give up on the entire accounting industry because you met one shit one.
Yeah.
Just don't give up
Look
on
at these.
marketing.
Okay, we're getting into a marketing rant here.
And this is why we hate marketing.
No, but this is the thing.
I like the
Well, we are getting it. Wow, we just went from AI to
Yeah.
Marketing.
talking about
But I think it's all useful because I think where the AI conversation went was where the gripes that AI is seeing as a band-aid.
And why it exists.
Yes, that's a good way of putting it, right? AI is kind of patching up these things. So people go, well, I don't have to deal with marketing anymore because I can patch this up with whatever AI tool I have. I can patch this
Full
up.
marketing, I agree.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, do you want to summarize? Where do we go here? What do we do? This first episode, look, I think we need to evolve. Like you were saying, we need to evolve as an industry, collaborate as an industry, but also for the businesses that are out there, is that marketing is not just quickly go to a platform, put in something and done. Because the thing is, it looks easy, but then what will happen is I think your results will tank.
Yeah.
And especially if you're not quite sure how to use these tools.
Or you get nothing from it in the start.
And that's the thing. And then you'll go, my website, I refreshed it. It sounds good, but it's not working.
Yeah.
And I think that's where our expertise comes in.
Yeah, marketing's everlasting. It just doesn't stick. And you got to look at the old school fundamentals of marketing. When do we talk about the P's? Remember? The 8 P's or the 7 P's.
Yeah,
You know
I
what I
think
mean?
there's 8, right? Yeah,
But it's 8 now, yeah. And then
someone
you
said
adjust.
12. And I was like, whoa.
We've never heard of those ones. But anyway.
We'll Google that later. We'll AI it later. We'll check it.
But you got to still remember that's the foundation. And that's
Yeah.
what digital marketing. Don't get misconstrued that digital marketing is just Google Ads, SEO, web development, copywriting, and go, that's
Still a strategy.
There's still a strategy behind it that we have to
And don't ignore traditional ones either.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people have gone, digital marketing and access is so easy.
Yeah.
I'll just get everything. It's going to be like roses in there. And then they get the facade falls down. They go, I have to do other things still. I still have to do other things.
And if you do those other things, sometimes they're amazing. Like
They're
I did
incredible.
print.
Yeah,
And some
man.
people will like,
You know the number
What
of
is
times
this?
we recommend that to a client and they always
it
say
works.
no.
Cut. Everyone listen.
Bro,
Try a print.
yeah,
Do a print
drop
mail,
something
they call it
cool
lumpy
on the
mail.
table. Yeah, lumpy mail.
And
Fucking great.
I did a quick marketing pad. And it was like, put this and you can write your notes down in it. I got calls galore. People were like, this thing was arrived. And I was like,
I love
wow.
how Chris just talked about it like it was a new thing. I did a pad where you could put notes.
No.
Yeah,
it was a marketing plan.
A notepad.
It was a marketing
That's right.
No, it was a grid, and it said this month's marketing guide that it had. This is what's happening, and it guided people through it, and people loved it.
Why didn't I get one?
Do you want one?
Why didn't Adam get one?
I said, you guys are marketers. You're like, this shit is great.
Yeah, I can copy and paste this into my client. Say AI came up with it, no copyright.
Yeah, so final thoughts?
Yeah.
Sorry, just screaming.
Honestly, I just threw everything
Welcome
to
from
me.
Melbourne. Final thoughts.
Yeah, I think what Adam mentioned before about the collaboration, I think is one of the important things, especially in this like AI generation, right? I think we have to all come together as well, and yeah, don't forget the traditional marketing, because one of the people that I know that's really successful in Melbourne in digital marketing, I asked him, how do you get so famous? Like, I don't know if you guys know, the name is Chromatics. So I asked them, how do you guys get well known? How do you guys get the leads? What is the marketing channel that you guys use? And they said everything.
Yeah, on the channel.
There is no
I agree.
silver bullets for marketing.
Yeah.
It's not LinkedIn, it's not SEO, it's everything that you have to do.
I couldn't agryagree more with this. Everyone asks on the channel.
On the
Yeah,
channel. Yeah,
exactly.
because like
That's good. That's really good.
yeah, it's really good advice. And there's two examples of this which you're gonna love. So one of them was a business. It was completely for the last almost 12 years dependent on Facebook ads. Right? Facebook ads. Remember when they changed their algorithm? I think it was February of last year. They went from getting like 50 to 100 leads a week to getting one or none. But it was the only channel. And because their sales team had never had to sell, they didn't know how to sell anymore. They didn't know how to go out and like knock on a door or anything. So they just sat there and like, shied. What do we do? You know?
Never risk your business
That's
that
why
way.
you don't do. Yeah, well, you don't put anything else in one basket in your business. Why would you do that? And then the other one that's really exciting is, for the first time yesterday, I was having a conversation with a person within our network, Jackson Millen. He has a financial advisory business. He's been doing TikTok ads. He pays 3 cents per click, 4 cents per conversion on TikTok ads. He's a service-based business, and which traditionally we would look at platforms like that, or possibly
LinkedIn.
Instagram, and go, we would probably recommend somebody towards LinkedIn. He said he's getting huge traction. They're actually converting customers off TikTok.
Wow.
And that's the
And
first time
what
I've
does he
heard
do?
that.
Like, is it like a video of like him doing something
The
or saying
content? Yeah. So I see. Actually, it's user-generated content. User-generated.
That's always UGC.
Yeah.
Which is a big thing now, because people want to feel real.
So
like,
what do you
hey
mean by
guys,
that?
so literally film yourself, hey guys, we deliver websites, blah, 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 bang, show them the website for a second, bang, that's it.
Yeah.
None of this big $40,000 budget to do a 10-second commercial.
Or somebody talking about you is even better.
Yeah.
Always somebody talking about you is better.
Let's save some content for next episode. I think
we'll talk more about this. And on next episode, we'll talk more about this.
Thank you guys for joining us. This was
Thank
great.
you.
What is it?
Yeah,
Marketing
that was
show,
good.
marketing, the shit show, whatever it is, right? This was really fun. And join us in the next episode.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.